My child, I've got something important to share with you today. There's someone who was once super close to you, or maybe they're still hovering somewhere in your life, who's carrying a kind of love for you that's off the charts. It's so deep that words literally fail them. They're holding onto feelings they can't shake, but at the same time, they're keeping their distance. Let's get real. The reasons they give on the surface, those are just the tip of the iceberg. The real truth lives in the quiet, in the way their heart still pounds for you, even as their feet stay far, far away. Here's the thing. They are absolutely shook by the amount of power you have over their heart. No one else has ever stirred them like you have. You rolled into their world like a storm and shook up parts of their spirit they didn't even know existed. You cracked open layers of their soul that have been locked up for years. And honestly, that scares them more than they'll ever admit. When they look at you, it's not just seeing another person. It's like staring in a mirror that reflects every dream, every fear, every vulnerability. Being around you makes them feel raw, exposed, and completely unprepared. Your presence is magnetic. It strips away all their walls and leaves them vulnerable. And while being apart hurts like hell, being near you demands a level of emotional honesty they've never had to face with anyone else. That's heavy. On top of that, there's this underlying guilt. They're thinking, I love this person, but I'm not enough for them. They want to reach out badly, but they're frozen by fear. They worry they might disappoint you, hurt you, or bring chaos into your life because they feel unfinished, still healing, not fully themselves yet. They dream of coming back when they're solid, when they've got their emotions and their life in order. But right now, they're not ready to bring you anything less than their best. And here's the kicker. They are in a constant tug of war between their heart and their head. Their heart screams your name, loyalty etched deep in every beat, while their mind keeps building walls and excuses. Every attempt to distract themselves, work, friends, hobbies, fails because you're always there. That name, that laugh, that energy, it hits them over and over, especially in the quiet of night. Their heart is calling you, but their brain keeps shouting, chill, don't get wrecked again. It's draining, utterly exhausting. They're hoping space will make the intensity fade, but it doesn't. If anything, it's making their feelings explode under the surface. And even though they're trying to be distant, there's a pull they can't ignore. The silence, it's not apathy. It's a shield that's starting to crack. Can you feel it too, my child? That energy, that pull, that quiet connection that doesn't need words? Drop a comment below if this resonates. There's more to uncover about why they're really staying away, the wounds they carry, and the invisible battles raging inside. Stay tuned, because in the next part, we'll dive deeper into why their silence isn't rejection. It's a hidden form of love that's terrifying in its intensity. Stick around, because what I'm about to reveal in the next part will flip everything you thought you knew about why they're holding back, and it's going to hit you straight in the heart. All right, my child, let's peel back another layer here. The reason this person is keeping their distance isn't because they don't care. It's far from that. They're carrying some heavy emotional baggage, stuff they've never shared with anyone, not even you. Think old heartbreaks, betrayals, disappointments, scars that run deep. When they see you, when they feel you near them, even just in thought, it reminds them of the love they've lost before. And that scares the heck out of them. It's not that you caused any of this pain. Nope. But to them, you are precious, more precious than anything they've ever held. And the thought of risking that, of possibly breaking again, keeps them frozen. So staying away, it feels safer to them. Safer than the possibility of messing things up or hurting you by being honest before they feel ready. Here's the thing. They're not testing you. Forget about chasing games or wondering if you'll give up on them. No, this is all about them testing themselves. Can they manage these raw, wild emotions without losing control? Can they stabilize their heart when it starts racing at the mere thought of you? Spoiler alert. They're failing that test every single day. Every little memory, every mention of your name, it hits them like a lightning bolt. The distance isn't dulling the feeling, it's amplifying it. They're hoping, somewhere deep down, that if they step back, the intensity will fade, but it doesn't. Every attempt to distract themselves, work, hobbies, other people, fails, because at the core, your energy sticks with them. It lingers in quiet moments. It's like your presence becomes this ghostly echo that they can't shake, a constant whisper in their mind that reminds them of what they've been missing. And oh, the guilt. It's crushing. They're thinking, I'm not enough for them right now. I'm messy. I'm broken. I can't give them what they deserve. That guilt keeps them silent. They would rather bear the pain of staying away than risk being the cause of your disappointment. It's like they're punishing themselves for not being ready yet. But my child, here's a little truth bomb. They're realizing that the longer they wait, the harder it gets. Each passing day makes the distance feel heavier, the heartache sharper. Their fear of approaching you is colliding with the undeniable truth. They're crazy about you. They can't escape it. You're not just a fleeting thought. You're the epicenter of their emotional universe. Even if they can't say it out loud, they are also grappling with the reality that there's no perfect time to reach out. Every time they plan to come back, something in them convinces them to hold off. I'll wait until I'm stronger, they say. I'll reach out when I have my life together. But the truth? That day might never feel right. And deep down, they're starting to see that perfection is not required. You just want honesty. That realization, it's slowly breaking down their walls. Even in the silence, they're trying to feel you, checking your energy in secret, hoping somehow that the connection hasn't faded. Social media, little whispers from mutual friends, anything they can do to see if you're still there in their world. They're scared to knock because the fear of rejection feels unbearable. But every glance, every tiny interaction from afar fuels this pull. They just can't quit you. So yes, they're staying away, but not because of a lack of love. Far from it. They're staying away because their love is so intense that it terrifies them. They're scared of the vulnerability, the honesty, the depth that being with you demands. But here's the thing. The longer they resist, the stronger the pull becomes. The distance isn't breaking them. It's building a pressure that will eventually have to explode. Stick with me, because in the next part, I'll reveal exactly what's about to push them over the edge, and why the next move they make could change everything between you forever. Listen up, my child. We're getting into the part that really matters. This person, the one who can't stop thinking about you, is at a tipping point. They've been holding back, keeping their distance, and trying to protect themselves. But the truth is, they're running out of time before their heart just says, enough. They've been playing this mental tug of war for so long. Heart versus head, desire versus fear. Every day, they wake up carrying the weight of all the emotions they've bottled up. And every quiet moment, especially late at night when the world is asleep, they feel your energy, your presence. and it hits them like a tidal wave. Their heart is screaming your name, while their brain is desperately trying to make them stay put. That conflict, it's exhausting. Here's the thing. They've tried everything to distract themselves. Work, friends, hobbies, even dating other people. But nothing sticks. Every song that plays, every random memory, every little thing that reminds them of you pulls them right back. It's like gravity. They just keep coming back to your orbit. And the longer they resist, the more obvious it becomes that they can't escape the truth. You are the person they are meant to be close to, no matter how terrified they feel. Their fear is real. They're terrified of hurting you, of exposing their own flaws, of not being enough. They think if they reach out before they're ready, they'll only disappoint you. But here's the kicker. They're learning something important. You don't want perfection. You don't want someone flawless. You want honesty, vulnerability, realness. And that realization, it's shaking the walls they've built around their heart. Even in their silence, they're checking on you. They might peek at your social media, ask mutual friends subtle questions, or just quietly observe from a distance. They're trying to gauge if you're still there, still open to them. And every time they sense that pull, the energy of you, your presence in the world, it drives them wild. It's a bittersweet ache, but it's also a beacon. They're realizing that life without you is emptier than they ever imagined. All the distractions, all the excuses, they don't matter anymore. The fear of vulnerability is starting to crumble under the weight of longing. The pressure of missing you is building to a point they can no longer ignore. Something has to give, and that something is about to be their silence. Soon, a memory, a dream, or even a random sign from the universe will hit them like a lightning strike. Maybe it's your laugh that suddenly pops into their mind, a song that reminds them of you, or just an overwhelming wave of missing you that shakes them to their core. That's the moment when the dam breaks, when the silence finally begins to crack. When that happens, my child, they won't hold back anymore. They'll reach out not because they've perfectly planned it, but because their heart can't handle the distance another second. They'll come with all the words they've been too scared to say, with all the honesty and depth they've been keeping in the dark. This is the point of transformation, the moment when everything changes between you forever. Don't scroll away, because in the next part, we'll dive into exactly how their return will unfold and why it will feel like your connection has never been stronger. You'll see the signs, the subtle energy shifts, and the undeniable pull that's guiding them back to you. All right, my child, now we're getting to the part you've been waiting for. The moment when the walls start to come down and their silence finally gives way. This person, they're on their way back, and they're not returning halfway. No casual hellos or half-hearted messages. When they step into your world again, it's going to be real, raw, and all in. They've spent all this time hiding, thinking they needed to fix themselves before reaching out. But the truth they're discovering now is that perfection isn't required. You've never asked for perfect. You've asked for truth, and that truth is what's finally breaking through. Every memory, every quiet moment, every subtle pull in the chest has been building momentum, shaping them, preparing them to show up fully. They're realizing that life without you feels hollow. The absence of your energy has been a constant ache, a pressure they can't escape. That tension is what's pushing them forward now. Something, a dream, a song, a vivid memory of your laugh will hit them out of nowhere. And boom, just like that, the silence starts to crack. That built-up love, it's going to spill over in ways they couldn't have predicted. Here's the thing. They're not coming back because they've figured everything out. Nope. They're coming back because the alternative, life without you, is unbearable. The fear, the guilt, the "I'm not ready yet" excuses, all of that melts when they realize your love isn't asking for perfection. Your love is asking for honesty, presence, and a real connection. And that's exactly what they've been craving but too scared to give. When they do reach out, it's going to be different from before. The energy between you will feel electric, but it won't be chaotic. It will feel purposeful, grounded, and deeply intentional. They'll be showing up with all the words they've been whispering in their heart for months, or maybe years. No more hiding, no more distancing. They'll finally let you in fully, because they can't keep holding back anymore. And here's something important. This reunion isn't just about them finding the courage. It's about your souls meeting in a way that's bigger than either of you. The silence you've endured, it's only made the bond stronger, more resilient. Every moment apart has been like building a bridge that leads them right back to you, fully equipped with honesty, vulnerability, and the depth they were too afraid to offer before. The energy you've been feeling, the pull in your chest, the sense that something is still there, isn't just imagination. It's the spiritual conversation your souls have been having while the world couldn't see. Even in absence, your connection has been alive, growing, and preparing you both for this exact moment. And when they finally come forward, my child, the truth of their love will hit you like a tidal wave. They'll show you that every ounce of fear, every bit of hesitation, every second of distance was fueled by love, love so deep it scared the hell out of them. They're returning with a clarity and devotion they couldn't have expressed before. And it's going to feel like the universe itself orchestrated it. Hang tight, because in the final part, we'll dive into the culmination of this connection, the full circle reunion, and why this love is going to feel unstoppable once they finally show up. You won't want to miss this. It's where everything you've been waiting for comes to life. Here we go, my child, the grand finale. This is the part where everything comes full circle, where the waiting, the distance, the silence, all of it, finally leads to a reunion that feels inevitable, destined, and completely transformative. When this person finally steps back into your life, it won't be tentative. They won't be dipping their toes in. Nah, this is all in. They're coming with every word, every feeling, every ounce of love they've been keeping locked up in the dark. The fear, the hesitation, that's behind them now. What's left is raw honesty, unfiltered emotion, and a willingness to show you exactly how deeply you've impacted them. They've spent so long testing themselves, measuring their own heart, and figuring out if they could survive the intensity of loving you without crumbling. And the truth, they've realized they can't stop loving you anyway. You've become their constant thought, their quiet obsession, their undeniable pull. And finally, that love outweighs the fear. It always did. This reunion isn't just about words, my child. It's about energy, presence, and a connection that's bigger than either of you. When they finally reach out, you'll feel it in your chest, that rush that tells you you've been missed, you've been thought of, and your presence has never been forgotten. It's like a cosmic, "I'm here now," that shakes everything into place. And here's the most beautiful part. They're coming without excuses, without pretending to be perfect, without fear of judgment. The walls they built are crumbling because they've realized your love was never about perfection. It was about truth. And now, they can finally give you that truth fully, all the time apart, The silence, the distance, it wasn't wasted. Every second of it has been preparing them to show up for you in a way they couldn't before. Every moment of hesitation built the courage that now propels them forward. The connection you share has grown stronger in the quiet. What seemed like absence was actually the growth of something unstoppable, something deep, something real. When they finally stand before you, or reach out in that message or call, you'll see the fire in their eyes. You'll feel the weight of the love that's been building in the shadows. They'll let you in like never before, and the bond between you will feel unshakable, electric, and spiritual all at once. And here's the truth, my child. This love isn't temporary, and it isn't casual. The silence didn't weaken it. It strengthened it. They aren't returning because they finally feel ready. They're returning because their heart cannot survive another moment without you. That's real, deep, undeniable love. So, as you wait and feel this energy shifting, remember, this chapter isn't the end. It's the setup for a connection that's bigger than fear, stronger than time, and more honest than either of you could have imagined. The reunion is coming. Your patience, your faith, and your love have been the lighthouse guiding them back. Get ready, because the moment they return, it's going to feel like everything you've been waiting for has finally arrived. Your story together isn't over. It's about to hit the most powerful, heartfelt chapter yet. Trust it, feel it, and know, my child, they're coming back. Not halfway, not in fear, but fully, with a love that's impossible to ignore.